demure nudes.
She was obsessed with him.
The truth is usually nuanced.
Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about Olivia Nuzzi, how she went from journalism wonderkin to sexting a Kennedy, not one of the good ones.
JFK Jr. set a high bar for handsomeness.
Long before she was at the center of a political sex scandal, Olivia Nuzzi was just a New Jersey girl. She was born in New York City, she went to Fordham University, and shortly thereafter, she interned for Anthony Weiner. You remember Anthony Weiner from every New York Post cover? In 2013, she drops a bombshell report about the toxic workplace environment on Anthony Weiner's mayoral campaign. And then a spokesperson for the campaign, Barbara Morgan, fired back, calling Olivia a slut bag and the C word. In an amazing way to kind of laugh off the whole thing, Olivia then changes her Twitter bio to slutbag and C-word. The next year, 2014, Olivia drops out of college, she gets a job at the Daily Beast and starts covering presidential politics. She's covering the campaigns for Chris Christie, Rand Paul, and famously, Donald Trump. Whatever happened to that guy? It's all blowing up for Olivia at this point. In 2016, she's named by Politico as one of the 16 rising media stars, and then 2 years later, she lands on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. I'm still waiting for the 40 under 40. She leveled up again in 2017 and landed a job at New York Magazine as their star Washington correspondent. Olivia almost immediately starts courting controversy by interviewing Richard Spencer. Critics described him as a suit and tie version of the old white nationalist of the past. But perhaps what he's most famous for was getting punched in the face by Antifa. Will Olivia do anything to chase the story? Hell yes, because a year later she breaks into Corey Lewandowski's home, who is Trump's former campaign manager. And she gets a text from her partner at the time, more on him later, to say, "What you're doing is probably illegal," so she leaves. Even crazier, New York Mag defends her actions in a statement saying she basically did nothing wrong. Wait, what? Then Olivia tweets, "Okay, but do you agree with me? Socially, I would probably thrive in jail." Wow. She's basically taking on the mantle of Martha Stewart. You might be wondering what Donald Trump thinks of Olivia Nuzzi. In 2022, she wrote a hit piece on him, basically painting him as this ex-presidential recluse who just plays golf all day long. In response, he called her dumb and unattractive, neither of which are true. And then she responded by posting pictures of him staring at the solar eclipse. This is middle school shenanigans. So fast forward to 2024 and CNN breaks the news that Olivia Nuzzi has been having an affair with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. back in 2023. Olivia had sent Kennedy demure nudes. Details of their sexting were nutsy. He had texted her that he wanted to control her and impregnate her. Whew. And also, the New York Post had exclusively reported these two had incredible FaceTime sex. She also reportedly bragged to her friends that he had incredible stamina. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about how horrifying all of this is. Olivia confirms the story's true, but it never got physical. RFK Jr.'s camp responded. They denied the allegations. They said the former presidential candidate had only met Nuzzi once and that it was for an interview that ended up being a hit piece. As for the worm in RFK Jr.'s brain, he has yet to respond.
Meanwhile, during all of this, RFK Jr.'s wife, Cheryl Hines, was spotted getting dinner in Italy with her daughter's sans wedding ring.
So finally, the other shoe drops in October 2024.
Olivia Nuzzi
is fired from New York Magazine for her personal involvement with RFK Jr. And next, it's her relationship.
Olivia files a restraining order against her fiancé, fellow political reporter and media personality Ryan Lizza,
claiming that he had blackmailed her with information that he hacked off her phone about RFK Jr. In response, Ryan Lizza sues his ex, alleging that the affair with RFK Jr. ruined his career.
In the dust-up, Politico suspended Lizza from his post, though he has since been reinstated.
The scandal only reached the top brass at New York Magazine because RFK Jr. was reportedly boasting to all of his friends about how many nudes he was receiving from her. He said he was being bombarded with sexts. But don't worry, things aren't over for Olivia. She actually launched a show on Bloomberg TV called Working Capital, where she interviews politicians and movers and shakers of the day to find out what makes them tick. And hopefully, she doesn't get their phone number. This whole sexting scandal blew up Olivia's career, her relationship. Meanwhile, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is doing fine and dandy. His wife, Cheryl Hines, posted a video of him showering naked behind her to sell some shit on Instagram.
He's got an offer to join the Trump administration.
He's posting workout videos on social media where he looks like a Marvel supervillain. At the end of the day, these two walked away from the scandal pretty much unscathed, so why not just date? They have each other's numbers, we know that.